This week, it's a classic that you will never get chumped by again on Scam School!
This episode of Scam School is the magical gift brought to you by Squarespace and Gamefly. Go to www.gamefly.com/scamschool for your free trial membership.
As you might know, clean water is one of the scarcest resources in the world. We need it to survive, and yet nearly 1 billion people don't have access to it. So we've partnered with Charity Water to help make a difference. Charity Water gives 100% of the money it raises to building wells and bringing clean water to communities in need. Every show on Revision 3 is reaching out to you guys to help raise money to build wells. It takes $5,000 to build a well that will give water to an entire village. So head on over to mycharitywater.org/scamschoolcampaign to learn more and get involved for the cause. Welcome to the only show that's more addictive than Angry Birds. HD on the iPad. Scam School, the only show dedicated to social engineering at the bar and on the street. I'm your host, Brian Brushwood, and if there's one thing I would hate to have happen is to have one of my Scam School students get chumped by one of the oldest, most classic bar scams, and that is why we are going to learn the scoop. Holy cow, I am so excited to meet you, Tom. I'm Brian.
Hey, it's me.
And you are? Chrissy. It's good to meet you. So here's what we're gonna do. This scam may be one of the oldest scams we've ever taught on Scam School. Now that doesn't mean it's not a good one. It just means that it's been around for a very long time. I'm shocked at how many people have sent this in to me, but I'm equally shocked at how few people have heard of this method. The game is simple. We're gonna have a race. Now it's not gonna happen side by side or anything, but I've got a method in mind. And if you come up with a method that's faster than my method, you win.
Okay.
But if my method's faster than yours, then you can buy me a beer if you feel like it. If you even want to see my method. The challenge is, now the only rule you absolutely have to remember
Yes.
is that we can only use what's here at the table.
Okay.
Second of all, this little tray, now normally I'd use a saucer. We didn't have any saucers, so we just used the check tray. This little tray cannot move at all. It's glued to the table.
Okay.
In fact, I'm tempted to actually glue it to the table, just so you guys don't try to mess with anything here. The challenge is to get as much of this water as possible out of the tray and into this glass in as short of time as possible. Now, there's a million different ways to phrase the challenge, but the eventual method always ends up the same. So you can use any of these. We collected a bunch of normal bar items. We got some change, salt and pepper. We got some fruit laying around, some lemon wedges. You guys go ahead and experiment. And if you come up with the method to get all that water into here, I will buy you a tasty beverage.
What do you think?
You could scoop it.
Yeah, I think that's going to take a long time.
Yeah, probably.
What?
Well, no, I might as well start. I don't know. Let's see.
Might as well start. I'm also thinking of maybe just the napkin. Maybe just the napkin?
Go for it.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's only going to soak up a certain amount of it though. But it's a start. It's a start. Yeah, you see now that's not
This
going to
is
work.
lightning fast, by the way. I'm very impressed.
Yeah, this really isn't going to work. Come on, Chrissy, what do you think?
I could shovel it into the.
Yeah, why matches? I'm intrigued. I don't know. I have no idea. This is going to take forever.
You can't give up that fast. Come on.
Now you're just putting coins in it.
I don't know. Maybe you can make the coins make it overflow in the right direction.
That's what I was thinking.
Maybe we have to bite it. Maybe we have to eat the inside of the lemon and then use it as some sort of.
Like a little.
I highly recommend you try that right now.
I'm not gonna do it.
I highly recommend you
Maybe.
chew a scoop out of that lemon
Maybe
and
if
see
we
what you can
empty
do.
out the matches.
There you go. I'm still trying to for this
All right,
method, but
all right.
I'm not really
Just
sure
shovel.
it's-
Yeah,
We'll start the timer.
I
Start
don't
the
know.
clock.
I don't know. I don't think this is a good way to do
I feel like we're on
this.
Double Dare all of a
I
sudden.
do too.
Yeah, this isn't going to work. There's
Well,
got to be.
it's
There's got to be something
steaming.
more to it. I'm sorry, man. I'm just I find myself holding a lemon, staring at
end
a
of the
tray
day.
full of water.
What if I told you that one of the methods that I know absolutely uses the lemon? Or maybe it's the lime. Would that
Huh.
change anything for you?
It's so good.
I don't know. Maybe. Does it? No, that's just putting more water in it.
squeeze the lime juice in there.
Doesn't change anything, man. I'm sorry.
That's the look of abject defeat. Am I hearing that a tasty beverage is in my
It
future?
is. It's all yours.
All
It's
right,
all
well, we're
yours.
gonna do, I'm gonna teach you the answer, but first we gotta thank our sponsors. Give me a toast. Give me another.
Cheers.
There we go.
Squarespace is a publishing system for anyone looking to build a blog, portfolio, or any kind of website. With blog tools that allow for iPhone updating while you're on the road, hassle-free importing of sites from other environments, they've got kick-ass robust stats, and so much more. Squarespace makes it super easy for anyone to build out and maintain a site that you could only dream of on other platforms. And if you do have CSS experience, Squarespace lets you jump into the code and customize things even further. Look, everybody knows anybody who's anyone on the internet is already jumping over to Squarespace. The only question is, why haven't you jumped? It's getting better day by day. Head on over to squarespace.com and get your free 14-day trial, and they won't even use a credit card for you to sign up. But when you do sign up, make sure to use promo code SCAMSCHOOL at checkout. SCAMSCHOOL, all one word. Not only will you get 10% off the lifetime of your order, but you'll be keeping us in business. And that's a good thing.
If you don't mind, I'm gonna clean up your mess here. You guys
Yeah.
certainly did make a
Sorry about
splash of
that.
things here. No, that's all right. Now, what I love about the setup that we did right here is that we made sure to make it as chaotic as possible. Now,
Right.
normally this works best if you're just sitting at the bar and all these objects are naturally there right next to you.
Right.
And you're able to say, yeah, you can use whatever. Now, of course, there's a few things that people are instantly gonna think of. They're gonna think of scoops to get the water out.
Yeah.
They're gonna think of absorbency to suck the water out. But
salt.
we are going to be a little bit different. Now, I'm gonna show you two different methods that you can do. One I told you absolutely uses the lemon wedge. You ready? So this one here, and actually this is a lime, I'm well aware.
See, I knew you had to eat it.
I'm gonna place this in here. Let me grab some of these. We're gonna make a little birthday cake. There we go. Is it obvious to you yet?
No.
No?
I'm gonna have a feeling you're gonna like them.
Right? Let me get the glass ready. We'll do this. And
No way. That's ridiculous.
And you can see it continues to suck it all the way up. It actually, the action keeps on going. Now here's the amazing part. Because it's still hot in there, it'll continue to suck up. You can see it's continuing to get dry. Right now we got like 99% of it in there. Like look at all that. Oh, there we go. That's how much water you got sucked up in there, and it happened like what, 10
What did we think of
seconds. That is how you win the race. Well done.
Cheers.
By now, you have to have heard of Gamefly. They're the largest online video game rental service, and they offer you a choice from over 7,000 new and classic titles all across consoles and handhelds. They've got plans starting at $15.95 a month, and Gamefly members can rent 1 to 4 games at a time and keep them as long as they like. There's no late fees, no due dates, shipping's always free. Best part is, once you're done playing a game, send it back, and Gamefly will send you the next available game on your list. And if you really dig the game you're playing, just click Keep It on the Gamefly website. The game is yours. You're an owner. At a discounted price, they'll even mail you the case and manuals free of charge. Most importantly, Scam School fans get a 15-day free trial when they head on over to gamefly.com/scamschool. Make sure to use that particular website so we get credit for the sale.
Now here's the thing, Tom. I promised you that there were 2 ways to do it.
Yes, you did.
And they both use the exact same principle. Once you realize that you can create a vacuum by lighting a match in there, you get the idea that there's a million different ways that you could pull it off.
Right.
You could, if you wanted to, you could actually light the paper for the sweet and low and it'll suck
Right.
it up, or any of these other things. But in this case,
What about
sometimes, red herrings, all of this stuff. See, that's what's great, is there's a million different items.
Right.
We intentionally grabbed
Right.
all these red herrings that make you think you want to scoop it up,
Right.
or absorb it, or all these other things. But in the case of paper matches, now in this, originally I used the wooden matches, stuck it in the lime wedge to suck everything up. You can do it just as easily with paper matches, but the nice thing about the paper matches is they come with a complete book. So if you want to,
So it'll stand.
there you go. So you set it up standing right in the middle there. You have many more matches, and then once they start with that initial flash, they'll keep going.
There
And
it
you
is.
get
Look at
a
that.
very drastic
Yeah, you
grab
really do.
on in there. So this is a case where you get to be
Really do.
MacGyver. You get to kind
Wow.
of, you can see that it continues to suck it up as the heat starts to equalize in temperature. It's always sucking in. And if it goes fast enough, it'll actually get a seal tight enough on there that you can actually lift up everything on it. I don't think this one quite has it. Oh wait, look at that, yeah.
look
The
at that.
vacuum's so strong that it'll actually suction it right to the dish. Now this is a pretty light tray because it's made of plastic right here, but the important thing is that out of everything that you saw, nothing quite planted in your mind the idea that you should use a heat vacuum in order to get all the water out, and that's how this classic works. There's a million different variations, but you guys were freaking awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you very
Chrissy,
much.
you guys were badass. Now, I have seen a million variations on this scam. In our case, we did it as a game of getting the most amount of liquid into the glass in as short amount of time as possible. Other variations involve using a saucer, setting a penny in it, and telling people they can only pick up the penny without getting their fingers wet. There's a million different ways to get creative, but the core of the trick is to use that idea of heat creating a vacuum to suck all the liquid into the glass. I want to hear your proposals for tricks, so post them at the boards at revision3.com/scamschool, where you can see all of our episodes right back to episode 1. If you want to suggest your favorite bar scam, write me directly at brian@revision3.com. If you're doing the Twitter thing, you can follow the show at twitter.com/scamschool, or you can follow my adventures as I come by your hometown on tour all over the United States and even internationally at twitter.com/schwood. Next week, make sure to tune in because we'll find out why placing a $5 bill into your toaster oven just might make you double your money. Or set that 5 on fire. You think about that, I'm gonna be drinking.